All right. As our heroes have been riding upon their mounts, sorry, we see you going through the dust of the dry lands. The sun above, um, partially igniting and sparkling various essentia, uh, minuscule crystals. Given as you ride fast through it, as they uh, are made volatile by the sun's light and burst against your various steeds, they end up leaving this faint blue trail that comes around you, such that anyone could see from far off. This area now between Prior and Have a Laugh seems rich in the air. Part of the reason why, well, you can see as you ride to the south, you can see Godfall Mountain. Strange types of peaks, some almost look like arms or fangs that come out of the very ground. But it's just a trick of nature, everybody says. And you can see various outposts and drilling sites, mining areas that put in fumes of azure smoke that the wind picks up and pushes those particles into the air all around. Of course, to the north, it seems they like to gather on this ever swirling area of water that you can see already has these strange reflections, almost like an aureole borealis, but of deep violet and orange mixed together and swirling. It's the first kind of glimpse some of you get from the greater world. The area you used to has mostly been mined out from the town of Wyland's Gulch and even the other outpost in which you've set foot. This is wild land, away from most any established town, away from the railway itself, where things still move and can mutate quite quickly. Aberrations haunt these plains, which makes you rather glad that you stopped by and got the armor that you have. As you're riding through, just for my own, because I really do want to set the scene. I know we said it before, but love everyone to describe what it looks like as their characters are moving through, including your mounts and also any armor that you've picked up. And weapons.
So Larissa is riding along on the giant coyote. That is her mount. And she's got the cloak is kind of whipping behind her as they ride. She's in her crimson and red colors of her clothes. Her eyes focused out on what's in front of them, looking for trouble. In her patched up leather armor, was able to do some fixing of it, and it's not new. Definitely has seen his fair share of combat already.
Theodore doesn't really wear what you would assume to be armor. It's just a vest and long sleeve shirt that has been rolled up, but the vest is deceptively padded in a way that mitigates incoming damage that has helped immensely, but nothing overt as armor, but just very much it's there, but there's a almost a modicum of decorum, as he likes to present himself as scholarly as much as he can, while understanding the dangers of the drylands. So he's outfitted that. He rides on. From a distance, you would think it's a horse, but on closer, like when you are up close and not being blinded by dust and the sun's glare, it is in fact a metal contraption, stylized similar to a horse's torso and legs, but fully made of gears and steam and Essentia powered. It is the saddle is less of a saddle and more of a chair. When not going full pelt, it sits as more of a chair. Though this machine is made for speed, so going slow is not as comfortable as a ride as it is when it's fast. While fast, he is fully forward, and the chair has molds with him in that form to lock him in place. He is fully goggled up to block out the dust and wind from their high-speed venture.
Phoenix is riding along what looks to be the bones of a motorcycle. You know, you have the engine, you have sort of the seat above the engine, you have the very framework that's currently rusted, that looks like it's a bit rusted, it hasn't been properly cleaned, some tires that are getting some wear, that have definitely seen some wear and tear. As he's riding along, he's staying focused ahead, and the long duster coat just sort of flaps in the wind as he's riding along. And at least you can see in sort of the upper chest, sort of like where the in the upper chest that is exposed, you can see that there is that looks like there was something new bolted in recently that doesn't quite match the rest of his metal. That looks like it was bolted in recently, a slightly lighter color.
Well, you can see Stellan riding a beige giant hamster, and he is his color is very well fitted for this wasteland, I would say. So I have like a new plate armor that covers my body, not every part of it, but I would say most parts of it. And now, previously it was quite dusty and rusty, but currently the metal was renewed, reshaped, and embedded with Essentia. So it's I'm like a knight in shining armor, but with a huge long green poncho that covers my entire body and the armor. Plus, I have a fixed, polished round shield, and my head is stitched and fixed. So basically, that's it.
Very good. In that case, as you go forth, riding faster and faster, it's I'd say let's see, remind me who sent the note to the Mayor Hatley?
I did. I gave the note, and they sent in that quote-unquote pigeon.
Phoenix, that's right. And pushing forward, you, I'd say, Phoenix, you still have the response that came back through the night. The way it seemed to have come, actually, I want to say, I'll let you think of this. How do you feel like the reply was sent?
I feel like sort of the same way it was sent back, you know, as before we were leaving, we had like a big crack, the same thing as when the big bird took off and then sort of landed right in front of us before we could take off, and simply lifted its leg to reveal the new letter that was attached to it. And as we take it off, it cracks its wings again with a loud bang to head back to its post.
Very nice. As it came back, the paper that was used seemed to be blank at first, and it was only with with the people, the government here, that the sheriff was able to understand that it was essentially coded. They mixed up this special Essentia water, kind of, that glowed and was a thick paste that they put around, and as they did, the letters seemed to emerge. Someone had taken a fair amount of care to ensure that just not anyone could intercept this. And as you did, you also noticed burns and wounds made, it looks like, a gunshot or Essentia burst that seemed to be on the carrying bird in question.
That ain't a good sign.
But as you looked in closer, you began to read, you realized that it wasn't quite from Logan Hare at Hartley. Yet it was signed, it seemed, from and written with a somewhat shaky hand. Signed at the bottom, simply, still a loyal secretary. As it simply said, she was so glad that you all succeeded, and that the thing was put down. However, and she has made arrangements for your reward. It's in the dry tap in the cellar, being kept by people she trusted. Unfortunately, Baron and his people came into town shortly after, and possibly fast. We're not sure how he knew it had been put down. Didn't make any sense. But yelled at her, accused her of getting into his legitimate business, and took her. With it, much of our outpost has gone into trouble, but if you are able to do anything, I'd work to try to get you any thanks, though I can't promise a thing. She was a good mare, and all the heroes are dead. And signed at the bottom. And so I feel like that is, against your chest now as you ride.
I definitely would have told this, would have told it or showed it to the others before we left. And as we're sort of riding along, and he sort of like got one hand on his chest for the letter, and it's like clenching his fist clenching his other fist against the bikes. He just looks at the other side. Baron's men are getting mighty brave.
The only thing we can do is to stop Baron. It's our only choice then.
Baron and Kalasa wouldn't know if he decided to go after the mayor of the Gulch itself.
I mean, I haven't been here super long, but Baron has always had at least something to stand up against him. But with the Colossi taking out so many, there are less to stand up to him, which I'm sure is what's emboldening him. You're right, we have to stop him. But I think we stay on course for now and work on figuring out how to help the outpost after.
Alright,
Well-
but you're right, we gotta stay on course, gotta get to have a laugh. If they find the hermit before we do, we're even more trouble.
And we can always take take the lesson of the Colossus. When something is overpowering, it's not best to hit it head on. It's best to take out its support. So, if we can... Baron is only as powerful as the people he employs. If the people he employs no longer want to be employed by him, he loses his power. If what he can promise them is no longer viable, he loses his power.
You're saying we go straight for the coffers?
We go for the coffers. We find ways that are subterfuge, is what I'm saying. Is whether that be coffers or helping those that are under his employ realize that he's not out for their benefit and only his own. And maybe it's not such a good idea to work for someone who would gladly stab them in the back for more money in his pocket. It won't work on all of them, but
We just
I
gotta
would-
be
I
able
would
to
assume
convince
that-
enough.
I would assume that anyone that he works with would be just as likely to stab him in the back. And if they're not as willing to believe that he'll hold off on stabbing them, then maybe they'll think that it's best for them to dig the knife in first.
So the point you're making is Baron doesn't rule by loyalty but by fear, which is more reason to stop him from having the ability to instill fear in people.
Correct.
Let's stay focused.
Yep.
One problem at a time.
Loris is right. Let's go find that hermit before he does.
All right. In that case, as we now approach further on, the strange bits of Essentia have begun to kind of roil up above you in the atmosphere, creating these strange blue clouds. And you can see strikes of almost like lightning and energy pushing through. The wind begins to pick up harder and harder. And various strikes of Essentia bursts come from above, hitting the land around you. And here we go. All right. Stellan and Phoenix. 2 large strikes of blue Essentia energy fly to you. I need agility reaction rolls, please.
Alrighty.
Sure. Agility. As an elf, can I add quick reactions? So I want to spend the stress, so I can add advantage to the roll.
That ain't good. That's an 8 for me.
That's 7 with hope.
It's a reaction and also fear.
Yeah, just 7.
7.
I know it's hard. All right. With that, both of these directly strike you. And that's going to be 8 direct damage.
Would this be magic in some form, or?
It is magic. It is direct magic damage.
Okay.
Okay, it removes one of my armor slots then.
So direct damage cannot be taken care of with armor slots.
Okay, then that will be 1 of my hit points.
It does say that with my new armor, I can reduce my incoming magic damage by my armor score.
Excellent. What's your armor score?
4.
Okay, so that brings it down to 4 direct.
Right, so that's just minor.
All right. And each of you will also take a stress. As you now see the storm is roiling, and you've ridden from its edges down into more of its true center as dirt and sand are being kicked up. At the same time, some strikes that have gone and hit the ground have seemingly ignited Essentia below, within the soil itself. And now these strange blue flames dot the landscape ahead of you. What y'all want to do?
Can we see any escape routes that we can take to safely leave the premises?
All right. I would say from where you are, you could potentially just try to turn around and outrun the storm backwards, or you could push through, with the idea that you're going to just try to get to the other end of it as best you can, or you want to go and find something that you hope would have a type of shelter. Those are probably your 3 options with that.
I think the shelter is the most reasonable options, because it is way too extreme to go through the storm and through the flames. Yeah, let's try to find the shelter.
I agree. Yep.
Yep.
Definitely.
All right. I like that. And so I wanted to pull up the map here. All right, so yeah, all right. All right, in that case, since this is everyone, who would like to lead this instinct?
I'd like to.
All right.
I've got a good head on my shoulders for the map and knowing where some natural shelters might have cropped up. Instinct.
Okay, so don't roll yet because it's a group action. So
No, I was just pulling up the.
you got it. There are 3 of you. You can see how you're adding to this, and we'll make the appropriate roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna add my experience Born of the Land.
All right, so you're just kind of outright looking the same way. If you want to do a instinct.
That's 15 with fear for me.
Okay, these are reactions, so they won't generate anything.
Okay, so just 15 then.
Yep.
Wait, so does that mean also experiences don't apply, or?
No, you can still apply experience to reaction.
Okay. So yeah, 15.
All right,
Actually, no, sorry, 14.
14. Okay, so good. Larissa or Stella?
I think Larissa would like to see if she could gauge when strikes were going to happen. So, like, sort of feel the energy build up and try to give us times to move to lessen the chance of getting struck. Does that make sense?
Yeah, give me a knowledge roll as you're trying to analyze this.
That is an 11.
Nice. All right, Stellan.
Well, basically, I'll do what I do the best. I will try to cover Theodore from the direction from which like Vince is coming. So to give him a little bit more space to think our escape path through. So yeah, I will be covering him up.
Okay, I guess give me strength.
That will be 13.
15. All right.
No, 13. 1-3.
13. Okay.
13,
gotcha.
yeah.
Perfect. All right. In that case, Theodore, you are find yourself being able to fully focus, looking to and fro. This is extra +1.
Cool. And I'll go ahead and use my experience of I've survived worse. And get a +2 to that. That's 2 hope per experience, right? To use one?
It's one hope
One
for
hope.
experience.
Is it 1 hope?
Yeah.
Even better. All right, so that is +3 on top of my already +3. So I'll just make it a +6 on my trait roll and roll. The fuck is that? That's an 11 with fear. I rolled a 1 on my hope die and a 4 on the fear die. Thank
Ooh.
God for that 6. What the hell? That was awful.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
Pushing through, you begin as you're pushing through now through the dust. See, things are have kicked up. The fires have started. Reactions as things are almost in a surrounding of ignition. Your skin is somewhat burning, breathing hard, and because of this and just the air itself giving this being ignited in a type of light that more itches than burns, it causes you not to be able to see much far ahead. You just keep going the direction you're going, trying to see, not able to see any formations or whatnot. You see something large and tall in the distance, only to realize it has been fully engulfed with Essentia fire. And now, deep into the storm, beginning to see things almost emerging from the dust. They're strange. From right ahead of you, as you're thundering across, swarms of beetles, blue and almost and like ignited, about the size of your fist, start moving out. And as they do, they kind of swarm and gather like they're spreading the flames. So it feeds, it ignites, and they are currently very hurriedly coming towards all of you as the fires burn. I'll give the party the spotlight.
Does it seem like they're coming to us in sort of like a threatening manner, or like they're running away from something?
Definitely threatening. They seem to be trying to spread this to everything and everyone.
Then, just as one's getting closer, Phoenix is just going to take out one of his pistols and quickly try to aim for the one heading closest to one of the party members.
Oh, you're going to fire one of the one that close. Sorry, the one that is closest to the party member.
Yeah,
you got it.
Let me roll. Let me roll with hope this time. Okay, that's somewhat better. 8. So that's the revolvers. That's 8, 12 with hope.
12 with hope. As you fire, the swarm scatters and begins to round out, and they climb up your, because you're on a bike, right?
Yeah.
Go sort of climb up, like leap from the tires onto you, going to bite. Their mouths ignited in Essentia.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are they on the ground, like skittering, or were they flying? Oh, they're okay.
On the ground currently. And that is going to be a 15.
Yeah, that does it.
Got it. Okay. That is going to be 10 physical damage.
That was just below my minor threshold, so I good.
Nice. Back down, and with that, I will pass to the party.
So I just want to do one more thing as Phoenix. I want to use my whip ability to cause startling. So mark a stress to crack the whip and force all adversaries within melee range back to close range. So I'm trying to get these things off me.
Oh yeah, like that.
Yep. So I'm gonna mark the stress. Just merely pulls on the chain whip and gives it a couple cracks to brush the things off him and scare the rest off.
I like it.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
So is it an attack roll, or is it an...
I just mark a stress, and anything that's within melee range to me goes to close range.
Gotcha. As these are scattered off, rolling through the dust, trying to right themselves, getting worked into a fury, and party shows spotlight.
What's the distance of them around?
Close.
They're all within close of us?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, so as part of building my robotic mount, I did implement some I can't think of the word now, but the ability to help me utilize my abilities with it. So basically, I'm just gonna start redirecting as it's running, redirecting the Essentia pulse and putting in the correct inputs to then I'm going to be using Rain of Blades, and it's going to be coming from my mount as Essentia is imbued into pre-placed pieces of ammunition that are just like released immediately in a circle around me towards the ground where the bugs are. So I spend a hope to make a spell cast. It is a 16 with fear. Another one on the hope die. What is this?
Okay.
But
16
that's
with
a hit.
fear.
Yeah, but that's against all targets within very close range.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to hit.
Cool. And then they take 2d8 plus 2 damage. Uh, 13 damage.
Ooh, very nice. I'm going to mark that as a major.
Heck yeah.
Damn.
All right. As you see, ultimately here, this is so your range goes out and gets a good 10 of them. As the whole thing still hordes and it starts moving about. And that was with fear?
Yes, that was with fear.
Okay. Immediately from that strike, it's almost as if they're feeding on the energy that you put out. Quickly rush in and faster than you'd think. It's like they begin almost like teleporting. Burning magic power of the Essentia, covering your entire body with before they bite down. That is, dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Actually, since I'm standing near Theodore, I use my shield to probably brush off those things away, and I will use my ability. I'm your shield. So I'm spending 1 stress and receive the damage that he is going to take.
Oh, very nice. So, all right, you get on there, and as a response, they swarm around your shield onto your body. So this is a total of 9 physical damage, and just this kind of horrifying sensation of having these things crawling all over you. I need a presence reaction.
Presence reaction. Okay. That's actually 12 plus 2, 26. But this is a critical success.
Oh, fantastic. All right. In that case, you just have to mark 1 additional stress.
Okay. Okay.
The failure would have been worse.
Real quick, before you mark that extra stress, if you already had stress, you do clear it with the crit.
Not with reaction.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense since you also
Yeah,
don't.
because I can't get a
cure
benefit from it.
Yep.
In order to get the blade.
Yep. No, that makes sense.
That's kind of how it works. Though I think there's a good point. Don't mark the stress actually, because I usually don't give you the negative when you get a crit.
Okay.
That's how I
Okay,
make
okay.
up for that. I just kind of forgot for a second.
Oh,
I
okay.
apologize. All right,
Awesome.
and then very cool. Then Bahardi has the spotlight.
I do not get any damage.
Yes, I thought I said that.
Awesome.
Do good damage. Where is it? 7 damage.
That is
Sorry,
1 armor
9 is
slot.
what I said.
That is 1 armor slot.
You got it. Ripping on the armor, and the party's got it.
Larissa will begin pulling energy, and the wind around the group will become slightly colder as she's going to launch an ice spike at one of these creatures. It's 15 with hope.
All right, that'll hit.
For 7 damage. Magical damage.
Nice. All right, that will do our minor. Down 3. You said that was with hope, so party still has it.
Okay. How many things there are left?
Probably a good 40.
Fuck.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So mechanically, I'll just tell you what's going on here. This is called a horde thing. So every HP marks like 10 of them.
Okay.
Is the general idea. So it's one single target you're really aiming at. It just then we'll say each time you deal HP, that's like 10 gone, another 10 gone, that type of thing.
Okay. I want to try to attack those things that attacked me earlier. And if I hit, I will use Whirlwind and attack all of them. So, yeah. Can I attack?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is 16 with fear. And 15 damage. And I spent 1 hope to apply it to those who are within very close range.
Okay. Very cool. And that's another major 20 more being burned away. So down to 50 left.
So I'd like to cast a minor illusion to try and mitigate them attacking us.
So it was
Give
with
them a-
fear, wasn't it? Or did I miss?
Oh, was it?
It was with fear.
Yep.
Oh, darn.
Very good.
I'll have to do this to you.
All right. I think you're blasting. They're still all over Stellan's body. So they're going to continue their assault, just trying to ignite Stellan here. And roll that. Only for 5.
5?
Yep.
5, fortunately, don't hit.
Yeah, how do you, what does it look like for you to either get them off of you or keep from getting bitten?
No, they try to attack me, but my armor just reflects their bites.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And party is spotlight.
All right, so Phoenix is going to take out his whip and try. No, they're in close range. Is going to try to take out his pistol and again just fire a shot at the nearby swarm, and then get closer to get a little bit closer to them to about very close range to use his whip and take another crack at them. So a gunshot and a whip attack.
Nice.
Let me roll for the gunshot. There we go. Okay, slightly better. So that'll be a 13. 13 with hope.
13 hits.
Nice. I always forget what the D8s are. That's a D10s. Okay, so that is. Sorry, I'm just going to do the math here real quick. 16 points of physical damage.
Ooh, very nice. All right, that's another major. We're down to 30 on there. And was that hope or fear? I'm sorry.
What the damage?
No, the roll to hit.
It was with hope.
Oh, very good. Party spotlight.
So
Oh, you have the
Real
whip.
quick.
Sorry, I
Oh,
figured
yes.
you were doing
Oh,
I
You
apologize.
could-
Is that another just spending hope?
It's a. That's 12 with fear.
Okay, that is going to miss. As
Ah.
I think this time, I think I like the idea of it, as your whip comes over to hit down on Stellan, they leap off and quickly travel along the rip to engulf you.
Damn.
And go ahead and make their strike here.
Ah,
Or
hails.
crit!
Oh, god damn it.
And that comes to 10 physical damage.
10 physical. That's actually still just below my minor threshold.
All right, so that's
Which
one
I'm-
HP.
Yeah, I'll mark an armor slot for that one, just so I managed to brush them all off.
Got it. And then, yeah, I think, but as you're doing this, having to do it so fast, go ahead and give me a presence reaction.
Gotcha. Oh, that's a crit.
Ooh,
That's 2 falls.
jeez, very good. That you're able to get them off without taking anything. Party in the spotlight.
So I'd like to create a minor illusion. I'm gonna make a spellcast roll real quick to see if it works first. That's a 20. It is with fear though, but I have succeeded. I have created a visual illusion, basically just a copy of me running along with us. I'm trying to just make a target that isn't actually tangible for them to try to mitigate them attacking us. It is convincing to anyone at close range or farther. So since they are within that range, to me, I believe you said, I was hoping that it'd be convincing.
Yeah. So what'd you get on the roll?
It was a 20.
Okay, very nice. With that, then you see, I think, yeah, you see them begin to leave Stellan here, and they, they leave Phoenix as they swarm around this illusion, all kind of bunched up. And fully off of all of you, you have the spotlight.
The roll was with fear, though, right?
Yeah, it was with fear.
I'm sorry.
No, that's right.
All right. I think with that, then running the clouds go another burst of the strange essential lightning coming down, and this time this will be man. 2 strikes are hitting coming towards Blackfin.
Oh no. Well,
So this is
So-
agility reaction rolls.
two agility reaction rolls, right?
Yes.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The first
be fine.
one
You'll be fine.
is... the first one is 11 with hope.
Again,
And
open and fear don't count for reaction rolls.
yeah, but I just hope. And the second one is
Yeah, but I
10.
hope.
11 and 10.
Can you grab me an orange, please?
11 and 10, so 21, or your rolls are 11 and 10?
No, two rolls, 11 and 10.
Well, to fail, the first one, that is 10 direct damage,
What I said.
and the second is 11 direct damage.
Well, that's 2 HP total, right? I can't use armor for that.
Correct.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm visibly hurt. I am visibly hurt by
For
that.
one of those attacks, could I use my "I am your shield" ability to help them to take one of those damages?
I'm going to allow that. Yeah, you can get close and taking that from above, and you
Oh.
take one of those direct strikes.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
What does it look like to get in the way of lightning?
So Phoenix would see like the first strike hit Stellan, and would see the second one, and sees like the glory of a second one starting to come down. So he quickly swerves on his bike to try and get in the way, then just takes one straight into the shoulder, as he does, almost like falling off his bike as a result before he stabilizes himself.
I love it.
So which one was that? What were the damages?
So like an 11.
That would be my minor, so that would be 2 HP.
Oh, that's actually bad. So
Yeah. We're still standing, so.
Okay, as with it, you see more fires are igniting, and a similar like eruptions causing. You think another group of beetles here might be disturbed or being formed, whatever is happening. But you have the spotlight.
So looking at everything that's going on, Phoenix is quickly realizing, okay, we're not in any situation to win this fight. We have complete disadvantage here, and is looking around the field to see like where the fire is a lot less. That's safe to just sort of like brute force our way through. Where the fire and wind doesn't seem quite as strong.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give me a instinct, please.
Okay, that seems decent. And I'm going to use my Born of the Land experience for this one again. Born of the Land. That would be a 13 with hope.
Okay. Okay, I think with that looking, you can just see where there's strange kind of like bright lights and smoke coming off of multicolored tents. And you think you see the borders of Havilath, and that the storm that has risen up seems to almost go around it, as though there's some type of protection that they've engineered that keeps things like this from entering. And a kind of clear, like a more of a clear path. I might be able to rush effectively over there with your party if you can come up with a plan.
Yep, so I point out to everyone else, it's like, Havilath's that way, we gotta get there now!
let's go.
As we start going in that direction, I'm gonna get towards the back and like the.
Would you mind if I go, since I haven't had a chance to go?
Oh, I'm sorry.
a
Yeah,
while?
sorry. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
Larissa would like to use force push on the creatures that are around us and try and push them away to clear our path.
Absolutely.
That is a 14 with fear.
Okay. That's definitely working as a...
Okay, that also deals 2d10 plus 2 damage.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, that's a
That's
nice
16 damage.
Okay. All right. There's merely 10 of them left. That particular bulge. And as you do that... you Yeah, I think at this point you can see it looks like more of these hordes are moving up. Like another swarm starts making its way up through now, like kind of two. They haven't quite noticed all of you yet, but I think this is definitely becoming an area you need to get out of. Push those back, but also moving you all forward. So I have a little countdown going, so that moves your progress that way. What we'll do is looking around and now seeing that with all these strikes, there's maybe like 6 more swarms of these beetles being formed. I'll have everyone mark a stress. And the party will have a spotlight.
Let's see.
So I think what Phoenix is going to do is, realizing they're not going to win, but they need, at this point, it's similar to him doing his job. He needs to help the party get through this in any way he can. So he's going to start doing his experiment. He's going to take out one of the new cigars he got from from that store owner. Hold it against the blue flames, and then take a quick puff. A bit of a smoke, and then he starts to feel like his engine get faster, like a bit like a loud hum kind of thing. As I'm gonna use my unstoppable for this one.
Nice.
And looking at that and seeing that they've got some distance, but just to make sure, he's gonna take out his pistol again. Like, not to attract the nearby horde, sort of to deal with the old one. He's gonna point his pistol back at the old swarm and fire another shot at them.
Let's go.
Just to try and get some of them off the backs. Oh. Okay, that's 12 with fear.
All right, that ends up being a far miss.
Damn it.
And
That's
I think with that, these beetles begin to they're like digging in and kind of seeing finally dealing with these. Some begin to take form the air and are just kind of flying by as they're kind of nipping at cheeks. And so it's going to be a group attack against everybody. It's just a huge swarm. And that is a 6 against the party.
for the evasion.
Yep.
And these
that's
guys
a
are great.
Oh, well, can I enable Unstoppable as well?
So if it's a 6, that's a miss for me.
It's a miss for me.
And miss for me?
All right. So you're ducking down, getting close to your mounts, and the group has the spotlight.
I turn on Unstoppable.
Nice. What else? Do some type of move.
I would like to propose a team up with Theodore,
Okay.
combining my power push with your blades,
Okay.
kind of giving your blades extra distance to push back whatever remains. Does that work? I have the 300 to spend, so
Yeah, I was actually thinking more along the lines of they like fire so much. What if I
I was afraid fire would empower them, which is why I haven't used any power.
Well, I was gonna flavor it as that I was distorting their basically going like, oh cool, you've got fire. Let me just disrupt, basically disrupting internal organs, kind of thing.
How is-
it's a
I think it has to be an attack roll, though.
It's a spellcast roll, Cinder Grasp.
Focus roll. Okay.
Um,
That work, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does, and the only reason I'm saying if I can use that, I'm going to let you rule that though. Otherwise, I will use my Rain of Blades. Is it does say target within melee, but you were saying like the swarm's like around us, swarming us now. I felt that was more they're kind of within melee now if they're swarming us in the air and attacking us like that. But
Absolutely. I'm totally
Okay.
with
Okay.
that.
alrighty, so
Yeah, and tag team does not have to be attack necessarily.
Okay.
all right, so
So I spent the hope,
okay.
and we both roll attack, or whatever.
Mhm. I rolled an 18 with hope.
I rolled a 12 with hope, so we'll go with yours.
Okay. So an 18 with hope hit.
Okay, it does indeed.
Cool. I've got a 1d20 plus 3 magic damage.
So there's 8 damage from me.
And I'm actually going to spend 3 hope because I rolled kind of low on my d20 and I'd like to re-roll that. So I'm going to use my volatile magic to re-roll any number of my of damage dice on an attack that deals magic damage.
Nice.
I'm just going to roll another d20 real quick. Alright, so... and I've got to do the math in my head. 19 damage of magic damage. And they are temporarily lit on fire, is what it says. So...
Gotcha. I think with this, you see the ones go down, and all the ones around you now are scattering in the sky, trying to get away. Essentially, you, as you say, you kind of redesign them so that they actually take damage from the fire.
Yeah.
And so, like, the sensor is harmful to them as some are falling, which creates the movement all of you need as it completes my other countdown. As you reach the gates of Havalath, it's a long, there's a river that runs, and there's a drawbridge. Seeing you, and kind of the dire situation, the drawbridge is lowered. Though you hear yelling of like, get in and get off, as rifles and various arcane instruments are pointed at you. Basically, we'll let you in, but then who the heck are you is the general idea. So I assume riding in, what's it look like you feel like when you get in?
I'd imagine
Akira slide.
it's sort of something like that. Although Phoenix just again nearly falls off his bike after the insane rush that they had to go through and some of the damage and the stress he's under. And imagining it as like he's finally getting his bearings. One of the guards has like a rifle pointed at his head, point blank.
Nice.
Hell of a storm you got there.
You can see what kind of almost looks like a bull of a man, this large firbolg with bull-like horns, and this shotgun. The barrel, each barrel, like double barrel, each one easily like the size of your mouth. Is
Mine? That's a big mouth.
holding up. Goes. Indeed. It is the worst one we've ever seen. We're just glad the shield's held out.
Larissa, who has her hands up, it's like, we appreciate you letting us in. We understand the reception, of course.
Not many ride through the dust lands like that, Dallas. Put yourself right in the middle of a firestorm. what brings you over here?
Well, if we could put the guns down and just talk about this civilly. Ain't no need for the tension.
Give me your presents.
It's like you fade with fear, you blast your head off.
Yeah. Oh well, new character.
Okay, so that's a presence roll.
Mhm.
Okay, so 16. So that's a 17 with hope.
Hold their soldier, their gun to their shoulder. Everyone here also has their kind of guns out and look to each other and almost feel their eyes scanning you, looking for any indication of falsehood or malice.
It's just like Ursa. Like Phoenix has his hands in the air away from it. Like he's put the chain down quietly. He's put the gun back in his holster and he's got his hands up.
And they finally sigh. All right, you look okay enough. These folks had it rough enough. We don't need to make this any worse. As they their weapons, and see almost everyone holsters their pistols, and a few just still lightly rest their fingertips upon the handle of their gun, but not grasping it.
Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. See, we can be civilized, folk. We ain't here to cause harm.
But you all just visiting, or do you have a particular mind coming this way?
We're looking for someone.
I see. Why would you be looking for him?
Oh, let's just say other far less friendlier faces than ours might also be looking for him.
Oh. Well, we don't have much to go on, and we'll take you at your word, but let me be clear. This place, we believe in our fun. But any who disrupt that by messing with any one of our people are going to find themselves on the other end of one of our weapons, you understand?
I understand completely. As I said, we ain't here to cause harm. We're just here to look for someone.
All right. Well, in that case, I guess you're kind of in this almost like space. You can't see the rest of the town. It's like a second wall, which you get this kind of where they question people who come in. Oh, no. It's funny. Places about where you can find some type of rest. Feel free to put a tent anywhere there's space, or well, you can sleep on the ground. Whatever works for you. Keep your coin pouches handy and close. I think this can get a bit rowdy, you understand? But for the most part, as long as you're willing to pay a fair price for anything you enjoy, you'll find this place, the best you've ever visited.
Indeed, I heard Heverleif was one of various joyous occasions. Certainly one of the happiest places here in the Drylands.
That's right. And we're mighty proud of that. That's why we try not to know too much about anybody's business. You're looking for someone, you're looking for them. Just make sure you don't involve or get anybody else down.
Well, that there may be the issue, because the person we're looking for, at least from what I heard, was from Heverleif. We're looking for an old hermit. someone who was experimenting with Essentia in the past. Now, I've heard the tragic, I've heard about the accident, I've heard what happened. It just so happens the Baron might also be interested in his skill set.
You see his eyes narrow. You mentioned the Baron. Give me another presence roll.
Okay. That's 18 with fear.
Kind of looks around. Goes, well, I wouldn't know anything about that then, but here, let's looks like you all could use a rest. I'll take you to my favorite tavern. Come on.
Matt, as we're moving, I'd like to watch for reactions when Baron was mentioned, or if anybody in particular is paying attention to us, beyond curiosity of strangers riding in from the storm.
Same if I can as well.
If you would like to give, if one of you would like to give the other one the help action.
I'll give Larissa the help action. Yeah.
All right. And the hope. And
Yep.
you can roll the d6, Theodore, and then Larissa make your instinct.
It's just a 2 for the d6.
So 11 with hope.
All right. I think looking about. You could definitely tell that when you mentioned the Baron, things changed. It was, I think, so quick. Something deep in your instincts, just tells you it was a very mixed response. And some definitely didn't take kindly to the idea that you're here to meddle with his business. Others just were worried about what he said, but because it's just such a general feeling and some tonal shifts, you can't quite pick out who. Just kind of this vibe of energy that came your way and all that. But as you make it through the gates themselves, you see the immediate change in the environment here, as someone just runs butt naked through the street, drinking and chugging a good old flagon of ale, as people shoot off what you really hope are blanks out of their guns, and they go woohoo, and insane type of parties in the streets. People are drinking and moving, as the one would do, like, all right, everybody, make way, and is moving all of you. And in this ruckus and loudness, they lower their head. I think over here near Phoenix and Stalin, as he just kind of goes, now here, and he gives you 4 little almost look like obsidian badges with this little piece of Essentia worked into the center.
Mhm.
He goes, please just let anybody you talking to know that, just say that you're an acquaintance of mine.
Well, if you can.
I for sure know some of my people are on the Baron's payroll. It doesn't matter most of the time. And I need anybody I can get that feels like being sober for more than 5 minutes. But they heard you. So you best watch your back. They might tell others.
That means we don't have much time.
Yeah. Now, whoever you're looking for, I don't know, but I'd imagine the best person to talk to is going to be our shield designer. About this time, they are going to be in the big tent, doing whatever it is they are doing tonight.
How
But,
how
I-
much do you reckon they're as drunk as the rest of them?
Gonna be pretty over. What I would say is I suggest you take a rest, get cleaned. You don't want to stand out by being the only ones not partaking in the festivities. You know what I mean? That's going to highlight you real quick to the people you don't want looking into your business. All right?
Noted.
Let's-
Noted.
Let's get to the tavern then.
All right. He starts showing you the way here. Now, if I remember, I think we say that Phoenix had some experience here in Havilath?
And I think it was just like he had experience in it. It was like because he would have traveled near Havilath before, guarding caravans.
So you've never been here, but you've guarded things that came close.
Yeah, sort of like a viewpoint from the distance. You would have probably heard the partying, and the caravans probably would have had some people from Havilath in them.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna go ask this over there. As you come in, whether it's from the caravans or otherwise, this tavern is led by an acquaintance of yours here, Phoenix. Kind of give us an idea of who that might be, even if it's just the relationship that you might have with them.
Okay, whole new character. Let me try to think of something real quick.
And that's
Probably-
whatever you're comfortable with, because I can always fill in blanks. So.
Yeah. So probably what you would be looking at is a very what seems to be like a crockety old man, with one milky eye with a scar going down it, and what seems to be a peg and seems to be sort of limping. That you then look down and see is a sort of prosthetic wooden leg. As he's like handing out drinks, he's being merry with everyone else. He's cheersing, he's grabbing a mug and clapping glasses with all the patrons. And he goes with the term "Joyous Benny." And I think when Phoenix sees that, he just goes, "Good old Benny, it's been a fair while."
The head turns and looks and goes, "Well, my goodness, if it ain't Phoenix Steel themselves! Don't
Al-
tell me you learned how to make friends."
Well, unique circumstances call for unique relationships, if you know what I mean.
Unique, well, I can't say I never wondered what all those noises were coming from your bunks at night, so I can only imagine. As comes over and brings several large mugs of ale and go, "Well, first time in Havilath, my guess for all of you. So drinks on the house just this once."
Mighty kind of you, Benny, mighty kind of you.
Yeah.
And I turn over to the group and say, some introductions just in case. This here is Joyous Benny.
Nice to meet you.
Ooh, y'all look like you got more holes than a pincushion going in ya. Come on, sit down.
You're certainly still looking like you've seen better days there. How's that old squeaky leg you got?
Oh, well, let me just goes. You know what? I've been be able to get some of the engineers around here getting some good use of it as he taps it. And as you open up, you can see it's lined with his essential crystals. And the door that opens seems to be like a good, maybe 6 inches wide, maybe 8 inches tall. And oddly, when you look through it, you like see the bar. And he puts his hand in, and you can kind of see this weird blue portal open near the bar as he's just hand emerges from it and grabs a mug and is able to fill it up and then take it out of his leg, and he closes the door again. But make do with what you got.
That
I want one of
is
those.
certainly something.
This is genius.
That got a certain range on it, or could you be all the way on the other side of the dry lands and still snatch a bottle here and there?
Oh no, this is only within the confines of the establishment. Unfortunately, could say it was quite limited, but hey, I'll take it.
I
I
mean,
want one.
hell, any real
Marissa, I want
convenience
one.
for a drink.
Oh, what'd you say, Phoenix?
So,
What did Phoenix say at the end?
nothing much. It's just like, well,
Okay.
anything for a matter of convenience, I suppose.
That's right. Well, so the sheriff brought you in here means you made quite the impression. But well, let's see here. I can sure you need a place to stay. I can put you up if you need it. We'll give There's gonna be about a handful for the lot of you if that works out.
Sounds mighty fine. Appreciate it very much.
All right. Well, put you up, and again, as long as you need to be here, people who stay long tend to just kind of find a space and put out their land here. But get your bearings. I think you came to a good place to start. Outside of here, I'd say anything else you drink, especially in the streets, is going to be a lot more potent than what I serve. I mean, this here is kind of a place where either people will start or I get either kind of warm up or cool down to their night or from their night, if you know what I mean.
Well, knowing this, from what I heard of this place, it seems like it's a constant state of both.
That's right.
Doesn't seem to be isolated of the night either.
Well, no, we could say this thing's going on about 24/7. Always somebody started something, and my shift ends in a little bit. We'll have somebody else take over, and we'll just keep on going. It's makes things a little bit filthy, but hey, better than boring.
Well, try not to drink yourself to an early grave there.
The damage I've done has been done further worse than that.
I can't argue with that. And I would thank you kindly for the drink. And I think Phoenix will take the bottle and place it sort of at the center and sort of like pass it and pour it in everyone's mugs.
While we're sitting there, you see Larissa starts to take her hair out of the somewhat severe bun that you are used to seeing her in. In fact, Theodore, I don't think you've ever seen her hair down, and sort of lets it down, and starts to roll up her sleeves. And I'm trying not to stand out. He said, "No,
I didn't know it could do that.
it's hair. Of course it can. Although
think
after that storm,
Sorry, I didn't know you could do that.
I'm trying.
Well, let your hair down. There's certainly one way to blend in around these parts.
I feel like she's just kind of shaking as some sand kind of falls out from the storm.
Oh, that's gotta be itchy on the neck. Ugh.
It'd probably use a bath.
Honestly, I could too. My skin's drying out.
Is it Essentia in your hair?
I mean, there might be some. Whatever was in the storm. If it is, it's probably small particles of ascension. Nothing.
Well, based on what based on what we had to go through, I would certainly want to wash that off because it might be combustible. You got very nice hair there. I hate for you to lose it all.
Huh. For an individual who thinks a lot, I've never thought of that.
Well, something to think about now, then.
No, I'm
See ya.
definitely thinking about it.
So yeah, Benny, you got a bath
That was
around here?
terrible.
That
You talking about Benny for a bath?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we got some stuff upstairs. Let's see. It'll be in your. It'll all be in your rooms. So on your way up, you'll see we've got a pump to get the water right on out, and if you go to the tub themselves, they'll heat the water any way you like. You just kind of 2 taps on the tub to get the Essentia going, and then just 1 tap to turn it off. Don't let it boil your life. Ain't no safeties or nothing. I mean, that only happened the first time, but you don't want to fall asleep while it's warming up.
take your word for it, then.
Anyone want frog legs?
I recommend the buddy system all the time, even though it could be a bit embarrassing, but it's better than, being soup.
Well, look, for me, I don't need a bath. Just need some time to wipe some stuff down. Decompress.
Well, I think I will take the bus first, and I won't use the heater. Then I will take a bath in cold water.
Well, what a freak.
Suit yourself. Here, and kind of talks to a few, you can see people follow you with kind of towels and a little bit of ointment. They see your deep essential burns. Goes, hopefully that'll make it all work for you. So, would
Well,
you all like
thanks.
to do essentially a short rest here?
I think we will, right?
Yeah, I'm good for that.
That was for me.
All right. Sounds like y'all want either to do things or you can make it long. But yeah, well, you could want everyone kind of say their downtime moves, and we can kind of put it in the context of the reverie of the night and getting ready and whatnot, and what that might look like. So everyone just describe what their characters do, and you can also, it's a good time for them to interact with each other and kind of notice and all that stuff. So, whoever would like to go.
Well. First of all, I take a bath, apply the ointment that I was given, and I do those elvish stretches to release some stress, because I have quite a lot. And after that, I would try to basically fix my armor, because I have some dents in it after I was struck by lightning. So, yeah.
I think Phoenix is doing largely the same. It's mostly just getting. It's like he's taking his duster coat off. He's looking at some the lightning that had also hit his shoulder and sort of is halted the joint a bit. So he's sort of tweaking that and trying to get that in a fluid motion again.
Nice.
As well as just trying to help sort of close all his other wounds. And also just sitting down and just taking a deep breath to just relax.
Makes sense.
Sort of reloading his gun and checking on the whip just to make sure that the bugs didn't rust it out.
I think looking at it, you can see one dead one rested in there.
Disgusting. Just take that and flick it off. That's mine.
I'd like to think. So one of my things I'm going to be doing is clearing my stress, and I'd like to think that part of that is like, it's not been heated a bunch, but it's been heated just slightly above cold. And if anyone made the need to like go to where the bathtub is, all they see is just my eyes above the level of water as I'm just kind of fully submerging myself to just like replenish the moisture of my skin and just fully just full frog mode, just full just a eyes. If anyone walked in, that's all they'd see. It's just two eyes floating just above the level of the water.
I'm just
for a good 30 minutes.
I'm just passing by, taking a look and ask, is it even good for your mechanical parts? Are they stainless?
Oh yeah, no. I fully put into account the fact that I need occasional dips in water into account in building this. They've been coated in a lacquer that helps protect them. And not just just on the thing, like it took a while to build this because I lacquered everything just to be safe. On some of the maybe some of the smaller parts with the moving bits might need to be readjusted every once in a while, but I've I tested many different lacquers for wear and tear, so I'm good for at least a couple of years before having to replace those.
And they disappear.
Cool.
It's like he was never there.
And I clear stress. I will roll a d4 for clearing my one stress. And the other one is because I am part construct. I can utilize a long rest a long rest move while doing a short rest, and I'd like to work on Larissa and I's joint project, and do some work on that pistol for Larissa. I'd probably do it with Larissa there as since we've kind of,
you can do a project on a short.
Yeah, so as part of the it's my efficient ability from from my robot part. It's when I take a short rest, I can choose a long rest move instead of a short rest move. So I can do working on a project.
All right, sounds good. So you're working on the gun there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like you've picked up that you're going to add this time? Trying to add this time to the gun.
I think I'm going to be working on the on the working on the because it's a revolver, right? It's like a pistol, or like a revolver, or
Right, Larissa?
It's a pistol. Yeah, it's an art pistol.
It's a pistol. Probably working on some of the more finicky bits. So like putting in the arcane symbols on the inside of the barrel, and then on the along the firing pin. To that those last bits of outside of whether or not these are the last bits we'll decide by the roll, but basically the fine detail of arcane symbols that need to be there to be able to imbue it.
Okay. I like that. And then go ahead and give me a knowledge roll.
Knowledge. Okay. That's a crit. 2 11s. 24.
All right, that'll go down 3. And what's that leave you?
3.
All right.
I think that crit comes from me bouncing ideas off Larissa of where best to place the enchantment.
Like that. I love that. Yeah, kind of going like, do you want it more here? Like to kind of really donate to her particular body and the way she channels her essential.
Exactly.
So Larissa will also use the hot bath to clear some stress, as well as kind of run the present situation through her mind, of what they're dealing with, anything that they've learned about Baron and his actions. So trying to mentally prepare herself for probabilities or possibilities with Baron and what may lay ahead. So on my short rest, I'll do prepare and clear stress.
Real quick clarification. On doing a roll for a project, do I get a hope with that crit? Or
Yes.
okay.
So get open, clear, and extra stress.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a legitimate action roll. All right. So cleaned, relaxed, a little bit de-stressed, and in many cases your burns a little better than they were before. You look at I think you can see taking your turns out of the bath and being in your rooms and looking down at the Raucous area. You can see that people here definitely take some of that very seriously, as much as they try to keep their wounds. And people here seem kind of woundless. Many of them seem to just be here to go and to go as hard as they can. Some folks in the back table look like they've had way too much and are being politely cared for, like they've had way too many nights of going way too hard, and that's just how they're living. Censure flows in. Some folks who seem to have recently got it big are paying for people's drinks, and others who have maybe done this a little longer know enough to take the free drink but keep their extent of their wealth more hidden. And while as others are cozying up to those who have hit it big to join in getting more food and drink, and being close to where money is being spent gets it spent on you sometimes. So say one thing as you all are kind of getting into this, what's a place in this establishment that you find yourself kind of partaking of, whether it's just kind of people watching or actual drinking or a game maybe that they're playing, or anything like that. As we saw everyone kind of take care of themselves, how do you start to kind of get into the culture of Have a Laugh?
Is there a way to find a smoking pipe somewhere here?
Oh, absolutely. I think as you inquire, Benny goes, "Oh, all right. You looking to borrow, or do you want one to keep?"
I want to borrow and maybe never return if possible.
I see. In that case, we're gonna go to the lost and found. Here we go. All right. So what you mean to say is you lost yours, and you need to see if we have it. All right. That's
Yes.
exactly. You got it, buddy. And see there are various things in here, including apparently some undergarments that were left behind at one time or the other. And you see two pipes here. One that seems to be fashioned off of like a Essentia train engine.
Whoa.
The end. While another is more almost just like a large claw that seems to then come in and hold kind of the cup of the pipe.
Well, honestly, I always wanted to be a smoking hot locomotive, so I'll grab the one with the train.
Fantastic. Yeah. There you go. Make sure you don't lose it again. It closes.
Thanks. And of course, a local tobacco if possible, because a pipe by itself won't allow me to smoke, right?
Yeah, of course. He goes, all right. I have, and kind of politely gives you some. We'll call that we'll call that amenity this time. But you'll find us. There's a few spots around, and gives you a rough location where you can get more, which isn't a big deal, as he gives you a little bit this time.
Thank you, kind sir. Yeah, and I fire the pipe and I smoke it, and I try to observe and digest the culture around me. So I'm like Sherlock Holmes trying to understand how everything here works. Basically, that's all.
I like that. Yeah, big and deep, watching, definitely enjoying yourself, so people kind of understand. Like, all right, he's having fun. Very good. And I think as you do notice you start to see little strange like ores around everybody. You realize, oh, they would definitely worked ascension to this mixture. And as much as you observe it, you're like getting drawn in a little bit, I would say, to the emotion. And what about everybody else?
With Larissa, I think she's going to move towards a portion of the bar near where people are dancing and kind of post herself there, watching as people dance and just waiting to see if anybody catches her attention and, asks her to dance. She's putting herself out there to kind of mingle with the people.
Get out and mingle in, and so it's just mostly kind of like dancing and talking to folks.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, I think definitely there's plenty of person who enjoys, and as soon as you kind of make yourself available, I think various people will have a quick dance and move on to somebody else, and somebody else kind of comes in, and it is just kind of, I think, of the kind of friendly wildness here, as I think one I would say I'll ask you for your character whether you'd like this to be like a gentleman or a lady dancing with Larissa.
Larissa, a gentleman. Yeah.
Okay. So really well put together, I would say. Frungal gentleman has very fine clothes that look almost that have also been attached by various outgrowths of his body, but also seems to have taken time to essentially trim himself very well, and takes as he just goes, "Well, hey there, darling. How can I didn't realize somebody like you would be around here. It's never seen a face quite like yours."
Well, that's awfully kind of you to say, but I've learned the drylands attract all kinds.
Oh, it's true, but not all kinds can make it way to the heavenly Havilah, you know what I mean, or afford to stay.
Well, I'm definitely glad that I found myself here.
That's all right. Ooh. Tell me, bring it in for kicks, for fun, for a long time or a short time?
just a short trip. Little are on the way to other things.
All right. Now, not uncommon. People, some here stay for the long term until they drink themselves into a gutter, and I, well, reasonably happy. Others just welcome relief before they go back to the real life, that they call it, I suppose. But me myself, I enjoy. Well, I guess I've been able to make myself a provider of such things to keep things moving and still enjoy the party. Work a little bit, play a lot, and so far keeping above the bills. One can never say no to having a nice dance, you know what I say?
Absolutely.
Good. Hey, for this guy, give me a presence roll.
Oh wow, it's a 17 with fear.
Okay. Downstairs. Well. So as I saw your friends kind of walk in, you all seem to get roughed up, and you can tell by your trigger figure there that you're not a stranger to roughing others up either. Seem like good enough folk. Listen, if you need anything, you can find me. I have a big purple tent next to the big one down in the main town. And let's just say, if you need something, I'd be happy to have a job for y'all, and we can make a little trade. Sound fair enough?
That sounds great.
Dance and smile, and now let's go. And kind of kicks it up a little bit with you.
Yep.
Who next?
I think
I think-
Theodore.
So,
I was just gonna say, I think Theodore finds in a corner booth somewhere, just a group of like 5 people currently engaging in a light-hearted, no actual stakes game of liar's dice. Just throwing down the dice, making things just full jovial. This is probably a group of friends who are just passing the time with some fun deception, and because they're friends, being able to call each other's bluffs pretty easily, but not always doing so to keep the game going.
I like that. I think you grace yourself a little bit and kind of give off your, I think between your appearance and just your gaming area, people get very into it and go, all right, he's one of us. And I think Phoenix.
sorry, Microsoft. I think Phoenix is definitely coming downstairs, sort of just laying the room a bit and seeing the general, he knows the general vibe is, joyous and all around rowdy. So until he would spot, probably on a more corner table, what looks to be a couple of miners. They still have the black soot on their faces. They've still got the overalls. The helmets are just piled on the side on the table, and he decides to approach them for a little bit. So, well, I haven't seen miners from the Iron Kettle here in, well, a fair while. Elliot, so mind if I join your company here?
Looks up. Fair enough.
Oh.
Come on, sit down then, and make yourself there. You said people from the Iron Kettle?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, if it traveled out a fair bit. What brings you two here?
Oh, look at each other. Oh, we well, it's interesting. Let's just say A lot of people who end up here tend to be ones that went hard and maybe got a little ahead of themselves. Maybe we're looking for those hidden geniuses. I think those who maybe have enough fun or have gone low enough in their money, they're ready to come back and get back to work. And Iron Kettle needs such people. Too many great minds found themselves overwhelmed and wasting their way here. So we're having some fun, but looking for people to recruit back for what we need.
Looking for the down and desperate then.
Down, desperate, and brilliant.
Fair point, fair point. I'd imagine you'll find plenty of hands here who are more than capable of doing such work.
Well,
How's the Tusk Corp doing, or the Miners Union?
they kind of give you the look of a little bit. You're one of those, all right. And
Just
Right.
just asking friendly questions.
oh, I gotcha. Go. I'd say negotiations are friendly and good as always. After all, we all want the same thing, and we all just make sure and make sure that nobody's ever getting more than they deserve. Just a fair shake.
Always good to hear. Always good to hear. So, mine business is booming, I'm guessing. Mine's still churning out.
Yeah, give me an there you go. I'm at presents.
Okay. That was so close to a crit. That's a 24 would be it.
Before I fear. All right. I go. Yeah, you could say that. And well, let's just say things have been able to go deeper than we even know we could have gone. And,
In what way?
You think what's on the surface and only a mile or so down is interesting. If you are a type who would like the type of work, you can see, let's just say, true wonders deep down.
Well, certainly one way to pique my interest. Sound like something we can do over, maybe over a drink. And he snaps his fingers like, hey, Betty, bottle for a table here.
Alright. They begin drinking and enjoying this, and then the conversation will go. We can always revisit. As with this, you find yourselves accepted, marked as at least kind of like not narcs or cops type of thing. Kind of put into the general mode, as we will end for today.
It's like, oh no, the vibe killers are here.